In our Sunrise Smart Start, firefighters responding to 2040 Dewey Avenue last night for what appears to be a structure fire.
Our on-scene photographers said there looks to be a business on the lower level. Flames could be seen coming from the second story of the building, which appears to be apartments. We are working to obtain details from officials and will update you on our website, rochesterfirst.com.
A man in his 50s is dead after being shot on Jefferson Avenue around 2 a.m. yesterday morning. Rochester police initially responding to the report of a car accident and a person shot. When they arrived, they say they found a man shot at least once in the upper body. He was rushed to Strong Hospital, where he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. Police say the man was driving south on Jefferson Avenue when he struck a parked and unoccupied car. Officers say they don't know if he was shot before or after the accident. The investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information should call 911.
Around 11 o'clock Saturday night, officers were called to Pierce Street after a woman was found dead in the alley. The woman has not been identified but appears to be in her 30s or 40s. Police do not know how she was murdered or how long she was in the alley. The investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information is asked to call 911.
The House of Mercy Board announcing Friday they are officially parting ways with the woman who founded that shelter, Sister Grace Miller. The house has been closed since the murder of a guest back in August, and leaders are saying they plan to reopen in November. Sister Grace and others have been critical of the decision to keep the shelter closed, especially as temperatures drop. In a statement, the board said in addition to firing Sisters Grace and Rita, the shelter will be reopening on November 1st. When they open, the House of Mercy serves almost 4,000 homeless people every month. In the board statement, the leaders wished Sister Grace well and acknowledged her commitment, as well as Sister Rita's. To read more about the restructuring and reopening plans at the House of Mercy, you can head over to our website.
The Rochester Fire Department announcing the calling hours for firefighter Elvis Reyes, who passed away on Wednesday due to complications with a surgery after an on-duty injury. Those calling hours will be hosted at the Riverside Convention Center on Tuesday, September 27th from 1 to 8 p.m. Reyes' funeral will be held at the Blue Cross Arena on Wednesday, September 28th at 10 a.m. The funeral is open to the public. Reyes' final resting place will be in the first responder section of Holy Sepulchre Cemetery on Lake Avenue. Well, a local scrap metal recycling company is offering a new way to have your car's catalytic converter registered to prevent thieves from selling it to certain scrap yards.
Jatara Marsh joining us in studio this morning to explain how you can get in on this. Jatara, good morning.
Good morning. Catalytic converter theft has been on the rise in our area, and local scrap metal company Metallico and Brighton Police are teaming up to offer a solution. Brighton Police handing out free catalytic converter identification kits over the weekend. The kits use an acidic solution to engrave a serial number in your catalytic converter. So if yours is stolen and sold to a scrap yard, they'll be able to get it back to you.
Right now it's difficult, as most people know, to trace these catalytic converters back, which is the purpose of these kits. The more kits we can get into the hands of people, the more people we can partner with to get these kits out to, maybe we can help begin to curb the theft.
According to Metallico, these kits are not currently sold in the U.S., but they do have interest in purchasing more soon and holding similar events to distribute more in the future. Allie, Amel, back to you.
Jatara, thank you. Driving without a catalytic converter can do a lot of damage to your engine over time, as one of its main purposes is to turn harmful exhaust emissions into harmless gases.
It is also illegal to drive without one in New York State.
Well, in breaking news internationally, police in Russia say a gunman has killed at least 13 people and wounded 21 others at a school in Izhevsk, a city 600 miles east of Moscow. That is new information just into our newsroom. The still unidentified shooter got into the school, killed the guard and some of the children there. According to the governor and police, the gunman then shot himself. The school was evacuated and the area has been fenced off. No details about the gunman or his motives have yet been released.
And in national news this morning, what was Tropical Storm Ian is now being upgraded to a hurricane as it churns through the Caribbean, and it appears to be heading towards Florida's west coast. Currently, the hurricane is gathering strength as it creeps north through the Caribbean. Forecasters believe by tomorrow it could intensify into a Category 4 hurricane. A state of emergency is in effect for Florida. Officials say widespread flooding may occur even if the center of the storm remains offshore, and forecasters aren't sure exactly when the hurricane is expected to make landfall, and the path remains unclear. They are hopeful that it will weaken before reaching the shores, and we do wish the best for all that may affect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And James, you've been tracking that storm. You're also tracking some rain here too.
Yes, rain for us. That storm may even impact us as we get into next week. But for now, let's take a look at the checklist, what we might need. You could even get by with having to need your sunglasses this morning, as we have some clear skies right along Lake Ontario. But otherwise, a light jacket and an umbrella going to be a good idea, as we do have rain in the forecast. Next couple of days, I've got rain lingering around. So not the prettiest way to start off the work week, the school week. We finish off with rain here into the afternoon. We'll take a look at the 8-day forecast at the end of the show. Allie, how are the roads looking?
Well, the good news there, James, is no accidents to report, so should be a smooth ride for people heading into work right now. 390, 490, 590 are clear.
Well, despite the rainy weather over the weekend, Golisano Autism Center and Oak Hill Country Club still found a way to host their golf clinic for children and adults with autism. Yesterday's event was meant to be an accessible way for people of all abilities to learn new golf skills. There was specialized equipment available designed for safe play and fast skill development. Golf professionals at Oak Hill also receiving autism training before the event. The Golisano Autism Center says around 30 golfers participated in the clinic.
Well, the Bills played a hot and wild game yesterday afternoon, taking a tough loss to the Dolphins by a score of 21-19, losing in the final seconds. The Bills came into the game missing a number of their defensive starters and missing half of their offensive line by the time it was over, but they were still very close to stealing this one. The Bills started off strong, scoring on their opening drive for the 8th straight game, but gave up a fumble and allowed the Dolphins to score, tying it up. The Bills trailed for the first time this season, down 21-17 with time in hand, and after a bizarre safety, they got the ball back, and a little more than a minute to go, they needed 2 points. They get it near midfield, where they run out of time, ending the game 21-19 and suffering their first loss of the year.
Here's what some folks might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. Before the Royals and Mariners game Sunday, former teammates Luke Weaver for the Royals and Robbie Ray for the Mariners had a national anthem standoff. Both players refused to go to the dugout after the anthem, and the umpires tried to get them off the field until finally Weaver gave in. Robbie Ray was last year's Cy Young winner and is now able to add another title to his resume.
Cool stuff there, but want to go back to the Bills. That was such a weird kick, James, in the safety. For the safety, do you remember that?
Yeah, you hit the guy in the butt.
Yeah, I was cycling at the time, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, it was very strange. Whenever you punt from your own 1-yard line, you just don't have that much room.
Right.
And yeah, you got the guy right in the bum. So hopefully he doesn't have too much of a bruise back there. 8-day forecast here, rain showers next couple days. Have the umbrella handy, the rain jacket handy. Today, tomorrow, lingering into Wednesday, and then we'll dry out by Thursday and Friday.
All right, James, thank you. And thanks so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update is coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is next.